Ah, you see that there? This stone laid by the Freemasons of Knox County. I learned the other day up at the Shriners Temple that is currently on the City Hall agenda for sale to housing developers, that a person must pass through, what is it, 3 stages of Freemasonry, 3 levels of the Freemasons before they can petition to become a Shriner. All right, so all these old fraternal orders, at least these 2, were linked in the days when brotherhood was valued here in the motherland. I am outside the courthouse from the 1885 county courthouse here in downtown Knoxville. And I am here to show you something else this child has learned while touring this spring in Knox County. Here in Tennessee. Have to give a shout out to Kyle at Marble Springs and the John Sevier Farmstead for giving me this information that I am about to share with said social media. John Sevier is buried here in downtown Knoxville. I never knew that. I heard he died with his family, like his wives, outside of Tennessee. But here are the stones for John Sevier, the very first governor of Tennessee, when Knoxville was the state capital at the time. Here is his stone and the stone of his 2 wives. All right. First question. Kids, which tombstone is John Sevier's? Look closely. We've covered this before. Remember Bunker Hill? Different war, but still the not the father of the country, but we'll say a pioneer of Tennessee. This is the gravesite of John Sevier. Here in the old county courthouse yard. I don't know if you can make that out here. Morning light, it's either for me or against me. Let me read here. John Sevier, or Nullichucky Jack, I guess as the boys called him. September 23rd, 1744 to September 24th, 1815. And it's got one of those birthdays, you know, one of those death days. You know, it's like, oh, to die on Christmas Day. Ugh. But he's one day past his birthday in 1815. When he gave it up in Alabama, was it? Pioneer, soldier, statesman, and one of the founders of the Republic, John Sevier. All right. And next to him is his wife from Alabama. Yes. Let's bring her in, folks. This is the old Catherine Cheryl Sevier Bonnie Kate. Okay, now how would... All right, that's a lot of hyphens since... the women's movement of the 60s. So how would you put that, girls? That would be Catherine Cheryl. I don't know. Is Bonnie Kate like a I don't know. Is it a pet name that the old man had for her? Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Forget the hyphens. She died in Russellville, Alabama, October 7th, 1836. And she is a Sevier. Now, she too is buried here. And now for the wanton woman of childhood. Or childbearing, although actually childhood. This is Sarah Hawkins, the first wife of Governor John Sevier, 1746 to 1780. She was the love of his youth, the inspiration of his manhood. Isn't that always the case, guys? Oh, never mind. A gallant, courageous, colonial and revolutionary patriot. Her descendants number many notable leaders of men. Tennessee's first 5-star mother. Yes. It is Sarah Hawkins. And the two, I believe, wed when Sevier was 15 years old. That's a very brief dance. But not in the day, I'm sure. But, yeah. Or is that Katie Hawkins dance? Anyways, Sadie Hawkins, there you go. Oh well, maybe it's a descendant of Sarah and John Sevier, because God knows He kept her pregnant. So he was quite, how should we say it, quite a potent man in the day. From what Kyle was telling me, he had like 10 children with Sarah. And then he had quite a few here with his second wife, Bonnie Kate. Now, Sarah, sadly, is not buried here. She is not among the remains of the Sevier Paternal graveyard here. Historic, but I don't know. She is not buried here in the fields or in the plaza here outside the historic county courthouse here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Sadly, she could not be buried here. Primarily because when they went to reinter John Sevier and his wife, second wife, they could not find the grave of the young Sarah Hawkins. So, when they moved said Sevier and in time his loving wife from Alabama, I believe, to Knoxville, Tennessee, the first capital of Tennessee, where he was the first governor. They moved John Sevier and they moved his wife, second wife. But they could not reinter old Bonnie Kate or old Sadie because they couldn't find her body. So they just have a memorial stone in the plaza facing Main Street. These you see here are the original tombstones of Governor John Sevier and Bonnie Kate. Brought from, yep, I was right, thank you, Kyle, from Alabama, and presented to Knox County by old Chaz H. Dobson in October of 1922. All right. Well, there you have it. The burial site of the pioneer, the Tennessee pioneer, John Sevier, and his harem of wanton women on the frontier. A projector and hero of Kings Mountain. 35 battles, 35 victories. His Indian war cry, here they are. Come on, boys, come on. All right, so it's not as famous as the others, but still, you get the idea, you know? It was an inspiration to men before mother. Here in Knoxville, Tennessee.